Hi, how many of you would like to achieve excellence in your lives? I'm Nikhil Desai. I'm an international speaker, motivator and trainer, and recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award at the World HRD Congress. I'm passionate about enabling people to achieve excellence in their personal and professional lives. And today I'm going to talk about, in pursuit of excellence, unleashing the potential in you and your organization. More than 250,000 people have attended my programs in 56 cities of the world and have achieved excellence in their own lives. And I'm going to talk about the vest of excellence. V stands for vision. E stands for enthusiasm. S for stress mastery, and T for time management and trust. This is the vest of excellence which I've trademarked and is part of my program called In Pursuit of Excellence, Unleashing the Potential in You and Your Organization, which is popular in 56 cities of the world. So let's start with V. V for vision. It's very important that we have a bigger vision of ourselves to perform for our organizations. Amar Bose had said, man is a 100-cylinder engine running on only one cylinder. There are many more cylinders if we really know how to unleash this potential for ourselves and for the organizations that we work for. Let me give you a couple of examples of non-visionaries. Daryl Janak in the US, when television was first invented, said, television won't hold on to any market after the first 6 months. People will soon get tired of staring at a plywood box every night. He did not have the vision of seeing that possibility that there may be more than 500 channels, more than 1,000 channels today. One more example of a non-visionary company is Western Union. Western Union, when the telephone was first presented to them, said, this telephone has too many shortcomings to be seriously considered as a means of communication. This device is of no value to us. They could not have the vision of seeing telephones, of having smartphones in our pockets that we have today. But while we have non-visionaries in the world, we also have visionaries. And one such visionary was Walt Disney. Walt Disney saw that the family structure in America was disintegrating. There were too many divorces occurring, more than ever before in the history of America. And he said, why don't I create a place where parents and children will have a great time together, and there will be bonding, and they will live happy. His vision was to make people happy. And as a result, he started the first Disneyland. And today millions of people all over the world go to Disneyland, have a great day together, and come back as happier individuals and happier families. Once your vision is clear, then it helps you to set your goals in line with that vision. And then you can start connecting your today with your tomorrow. Your goals must be smart. They must be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. I always say goals that are not measurable become miserable, and goals that don't have a timeline remain only vicious. Many benefits of goal setting. It motivates us to success. It gives us a track to run on, and it definitely helps us to identify our strengths and weaknesses so that we can overcome the weaknesses and use our strengths to achieve our goals. V for vision. I come to the next point, which is E for enthusiasm. Enthusiasm comes from the Greek word entheos. Entheos means full of life, full of energy, full of vitality. I always believe the greatest bankrupt in the world is not the person who doesn't have money. The greatest bankrupt in the world is a person who doesn't have enthusiasm for life. This beautiful gift that we have, and that is the gift of life. Too many of us are tense in the present when we should be living in the present tense. Too many of us have our mind going to pieces instead of having peace of mind. And that is all because our enthusiasm levels come down. When we get up in the morning, my friends, we have two choices. We can either say, "Good morning, God," with a lot of energy and enthusiasm. Or we can say, "Oh God, it's morning." Almost the same words. But what you say in the morning is going to determine how you feel during the day. And how you feel during the day is going to determine the quality of that day. And the quality of many days is going to determine the quality of your life. So very, very important to have enthusiasm. Because your enthusiasm is going to affect your attitude. We all here, we should have a positive attitude. Our attitude determines our altitude. How high we go in life is determined by our attitude and not by the circumstances. In fact, there are too many people in the world today who are successful but not really happy. And such people, I actually call them success fools, because they have the trappings of success. They have big cars, big houses, but there's an emptiness, there's a vacuum within, and that is what is affecting happiness in their lives. Very important, therefore, to be truly successful, to manage our attitude. There was a beautiful story about a black American boy who went to a fair in America with his father, and he saw a balloon man, and the balloon man was selling balloons, and every time his business was a little low, he would release one balloon into the air, and a white balloon was released by him, and that black American boy saw the white balloon go very high into the air, and he told his father, "Let's go to the balloon man. I also want to buy a balloon." When he reached there, he saw that there was a black balloon that was tied. And he asked the balloon man, "Balloon man, if you release the black balloon, will it go as high into the air as the white balloon that you just released?" And the balloon man gave a beautiful reply. He said, "My son, it does not matter the color of the balloon. What matters is the gas inside the balloon. That will determine how high that balloon will go." And for us, my friends, that gas, for us as human beings, is our attitude in life. Our attitude will determine our altitude. Can we have a positive and strong attitude always? It is very important that we maintain a positive attitude. Circumstances may be challenging, difficult, but if your internal attitude is positive and strong, it is possible to overcome those circumstances. We have a lot of ifs and buts about our life. Sometimes we say, "If I had better education." Some of us may say, "If I had better health." Some of us may say, "If I had better communication skills." All these ifs and buts take away some of our enthusiasm. It is very important, therefore, to remember that we have a choice. We can change some of these ifs and buts. It's a beautiful prayer called the Serenity Prayer, which says, "God, give me the courage to change the things I can change, the serenity or calmness of mind to accept the things I cannot change, and the wisdom to know the difference." Once you know these are some of the areas of change that you need to make within yourself, rather than blame other people, rather than blame circumstances, rather than blame the government for whatever is happening or not happening. Mahatma Gandhi always said, "You be the change that you wish to see in the world." And that is so important. So if you have a good vision, you have a strong enthusiasm, the next point is stress mastery. S is for stress mastery. Today, there are many reasons that cause us stress. Generally, people agree that stress levels are rising worldwide. American Institute of Stress has said it is costing American companies more than $300 billion each year in stress reduction. And therefore, it is important to learn how to manage stress. I often fly by helicopter to the British gas platforms in the Indian Ocean just to run a 2-hour stress management program for them, because it is so important that stress is reduced. Otherwise, it leads to burnout, leads to health issues, and to many, many other problems. And finally, my friends, the T. T stands for time management and trust. Thomas Watson of IBM had said, the most important principle of corporate management is time management. And therefore, if people can manage their time well, if people can go home on time, they will have a better personal life. And as a result, they'll perform better in the organizations. So, it is very, very important that we do an analysis of where our time is going. We do a time log. We find out where are the wastages of time. We sometimes spend so much time watching television. I call TV a time vaporizer, right? Nothing wrong with it. If it's in line with your goals, fine. But just watching and surfing channels all the time doesn't really help us. It is important to master time to achieve the goals that we have set for in our lives. And finally, trust. Trust in ourselves, which is self-confidence, and trust in the team and in the organizations that we are working with. Because, as we all know, there's a lovely acronym for team. Team says, together, everyone achieves more. So it is important that we work together to achieve what we desire for our organizations and take it to the next level. We live in a very competitive world, and unless we synergize with our team members, unless we make sure that 1 + 1 is always more than 2, then we will find that our organizations may not grow at the pace that they are capable of. My friends, it is very important for you to remember the vest of excellence. I repeat, V is for vision, E is for enthusiasm, S is for stress mastery, and T is for time management and trust. I hope that the vest of excellence will be the best thing that you take from our interaction today into your lives, so that you achieve personal, professional, and organizational excellence. Thank you. It was wonderful being with all of you.